welcome. I believe it's day 7. We're going through the second book of Peter, and the second book of Peter is by far the best example of what it's like to see false doctrine, false teachers, wicked doctrine in the church, and to see it abound. And he opens our eyes to it and spells out that clearly this is something that a lot of people wouldn't see without the Spirit as well. That it is, the eyes are open only to certain people. That it's through the Spirit that we can see these things that, where what it looks like a good church to many people, suddenly to some may say, well, wait a second, there's something wicked going on here. And where we left off was in chapter 2, where Peter gave an example of the times where there was a nation or a city of wicked people or a world of wicked people, and he would pull people out, the righteous out of there, like he pulled Noah out of and destroyed the world but saved 8. When he destroyed Sodom, he destroyed the city, but he saved 1 because of the righteousness. And that's who God is, and that's the thing that we can see, is that he saves us, but our eyes have to be opened in order to be saved. So we're just going to pick it up there. We're going to go to 2 Peter 2, starting verse 12. But these, like natural brute beasts, made to be caught and destroyed, speak evil of the things they do not understand, and will utterly perish in their own corruption, and will receive the wages of unrighteousness as those who count it pleasure to carouse in the daytime. They are spots and blemishes, carousing in their own deceptions, while they feast with you, having eyes full of adultery that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls. They have heart trained in covetous practices and are accursed children. Now, he's talking about our religious leaders here, people in the church. Now, I want to kind of look at this. This dialogue has been talked before. But these, like brute beasts, made to be caught and destroyed, speak evil of the things they do not understand, and will utterly perish in their own corruption. Now, in Jude, when Jude talked about the same thing, the wickedness in the church, the corruption, that they are among us, these demonic things, these Nephilim things are among us. He used the same terminology. So I'm going to go to Jude chapter 1, verse 10. But these speak evil of whatever they do not know, and whatever they know naturally, like brute beasts, in these things they corrupt themselves. Woe to them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, have run greedily in the error of Balaam for profit, and perished in the rebellion of Korah. These are spots in your love feast, while they feast with you without fear, serving only themselves. They are clouds without water, carried about by the winds, late autumn trees without fruit, twice dead, pulled up by the roots. Raging waves of the sea, foaming up their own shame, wandering stars for whom they reserve the blackness of darkness forever. Now Enoch, the 7th from Adam, prophesied about these men, also saying, Behold, the Lord comes with 10,000 of his saints to execute judgment on all, to convict all who are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have committed in an ungodly way, and of all the harsh things which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. So here Jude warns of the same thing. He's saying, warning, they're among you. They feast with you. They talk with you. They're at your church. They are among you. But these are demonic things that are infiltrating. And it says specifically that they are like natural brute beasts, made to be caught and destroyed. And they, and in Jude, when they talk about this place in eternal darkness, what he's talking about is this: God prepares for demonic things. God prepares a place under the earth, and he chains them and binds them as they create and do evil things for their punishment until the day of judgment. So what he's saying is they are among you. They've been here from the beginning. They're like brute beasts, but they're going to prey on you through your covetousness, through the things that you desire, the things that you want. But these are like brute beasts, made to be caught and destroyed. Speak evil of the things they do not understand, and will utterly perish in their own corruption, and will receive the wages of unrighteousness, as those who count it pleasure to carouse in the daytime. That's this idea that they don't come out at night. They're in the daytime. They don't need to secretly be out. They're fooling you. They could be out. They're carousing during the day. They don't need to be secretive about this. There are spots and blemishes, carousing in their own deceptions while they feast with you, having eyes full of adultery that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls. I mean, these are demonic things. These are demonically possessed people that they're almost every church I've ever been to, there's this degree of people who are there just for sexual conquest. Almost every church I've ever been to, there's a high percentage of people there for sexual conquest, and I think you've seen the same thing, as my guess. They have a heart trained in covetous practices. This is where they manipulate you, because they know what you want, and they have a heart that preys on that practices such things. They literally practice preying on you and understanding how to manipulate you through your desires. They have a heart trained in covetous practices and are accursed children. They've forsaken the right way and gone astray, following the way of Balaam and the sons of Bor, who love the wages of unrighteousness. They are among us. These demonic things, they're there. They're in your church. They're sitting with you in women's group and men's group, and they're leading Bible study, and many of them are up preaching. And they're preying on your covetousness. This is the idea of prosperity preaching. And even those who don't use the prosperity preaching, they're using something you want. They tune into your desires of what it is you want and need in life, and then they prey on that thing. And they practice this, by the way. They're very good at it. They have forsaken the right way and gone astray, following the way of Balaam, the sons of Bor, who love the wages of unrighteousness, worshiping demonic false gods, just like Jude said they would. But he was rebuked for his iniquity. A dumb donkey speaking with a man's voice restrained the madness of the prophet. These are well without water, clouds carried by the tempest, to whom the gloom of darkness is reserved forever. Just like Jude said. And you have to wake up that what he's saying is that these are demonic things. They look good. They look like the right people. They're saying the right things because they're practice speaking to your covetous heart. They know what you desire, and they speak to it. And many of them buy and sell programs to speak to your covetous heart. You know, oftentimes your pastor didn't come up with those clever sayings. He bought them from somebody. He bought a program. You know, when you're going through a new series, chances are they paid for that series. And it's designed to speak and pierce your covetous heart to walk you down a path of destruction. They are among you, and they've infiltrated your church. Any thoughts or insight on that, definitely put that below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel. The Patreon link is also below. But the most important part of the channel is we take prayer requests, so never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.